So let me give you an example of how we use our imagination for evil. And what is evil? Evil is just imagining some unlovely things. And Neville Goddard says he interprets sin from the Bible as missing the mark. So sin is missing the mark, and what is missing the mark? Not getting what you want from life. So the example of imagining evil. Let's say somebody wants to get a job, right? A job opportunity comes and they apply for the job. But while they are applying for the job, they're already imagining getting rejected. And then they will say, somebody will say, oh, but you know, I applied for this many jobs and I got rejected. So I am considering my past as an experience and therefore I am scared. Well, where is past? Can you point towards it? Can you touch it? You can do it in imagination, that's the key word, but past doesn't exist. So what you're doing is you are using imagination to feel again your past rejections as a present fact right now. You feel it real, you do not even contradict it, you do not even wait for a second to think about it, like what am I doing? Why am I doing this? But you do it. And this is how you use your imagination for evil. Another example I can give you is let's say your specific person that you are trying to manifest, love of your life, right? And they have not talked to you for a while. And all of a sudden they text you like, we need to talk about something. Well, most people I know, when they get that text, will start overthinking like, oh my God, is he or she gonna tell me they're gonna get married, or it's over between us, or this or that. And you will start to imagine evil. You will use your imagination for evil. And so the key word again here is imagination. You have imagined a future that doesn't exist. And in the previous example, you have imagined a past that doesn't exist. So what are you doing? All these smart guys on sometimes will comment on my videos that, oh, this stuff is woo-woo, it doesn't work. We have been using our imagination since we gained consciousness. We do it all the time and we use it for evil all the time. And when it comes to fruition, we say, oh, look, see, I knew it. I knew this guy would cheat on me. I knew this woman would do this to me. I knew I will not get this job so confidently. You are using your imagination for evil because you are missing the mark and you are sinning. I'm not using these words as to shame somebody. No, these words are pointing towards a metaphysical reality. I'm trying to put a light, I'm trying to shine a light on the secret that is right in front of you and is right in front of everybody, and everybody uses it 24 in their waking time all day long, but they don't even see it. Before we speak a word, we imagine something. Before we draw something on a piece of paper, we imagine it. Before we express our feelings, we imagine it. And we can even create feelings in our body by imagining something wrong. In the shower, you are having a heated argument with your boss or something, right? And you're telling them like it is, right? You're really giving them the piece of your mind. And you feel it. You feel the heated argument. You feel the revenge, coursing through your veins. You feel good. Sometimes you feel angry. You feel rage, all this stuff. What are you doing? You're imagining something that doesn't exist yet. And you are using your imagination for evil. And what are these evil people? What is evil even? Evil is using your imagination for unlovely things. And this is what evil people do. And Neville Goddard warned against it, that it will still work. It works for everything. So it works for everything. This is why narcissists and people who are so-called evil and cocky, they have a great self-concept about themselves. They don't care about others. they don't have a problem with trampling over somebody's well-being to get what they want, and so they imagine it that way and they get what they want. Now, I'm not talking about morality here. That's not part of my videos. It's a whole different concept, and I don't want to touch it here. What I am talking about is your inner imagination is playing out in your world, and you are imagining all your waking day. So what are you doing? The greatest secret, or the hidden secret in plain sight, is that you are doing this stuff all day long, and I'm shining a light on that so that it comes into your awareness and you realize that you need to stop doing that, right? If you're going to use your imagination all the time anyways, why not use it for the lovely things? Why not create a first-class self-concept? Recently something came into my mind, and I really love this idea. I was having low-class or third-class thoughts, and I realized, what am I doing? And then I said, if it's not first class, I don't want it. And it applies to everything. If a thought is not first class, I don't want it. If I am getting treated poorly by somebody, I will remove myself from the situation. I don't want it. If something is bothering me and it's a low-class thought or low-class feeling, I don't want it. I am safely removing all low-class or third-class or things that I don't care about or don't want in my life, to not imagine them anymore. And so we all use our imagination for unlovely things or evil things all the time. And then we wonder what is happening in our life. Why is it so chaotic, and what is happening? And this is why Neville Goddard made so many videos about the mental diet. And mental diet is not even that important. The main thing is awareness, right? Now that I have told you this, now you know it, and you're aware of it, and now you will not forget. When you will be doing the poor imaginal acts or the evil imaginal acts, you will realize immediately that this is not who I am. What am I doing? Why am I being so low class? If it's not first class, I don't want it. So the greatest secret is, or the so-called secret that I want to talk about in this video, is imagination. The word imagination. Past is imagination, future is imagination, this whole world is imagination, because you don't actually see anything. Light comes to eyes, and brain processes it and imagines it. And often the image that our eyes receive is inverted. Not often, I think all the time. It's inverted. Our brain even processes it and makes it look like a certain way. And oftentimes we have a biased perception as well. So we will see something and we will give it a certain meaning, and it's not even true. It's not even objectively true, but we will process it a certain way. Oftentimes women will complain about this, like your husband or boyfriend is sitting quietly and has a certain calm to his being, but you girls might interpret is he being angry? Is he upset with me? Did I do something wrong? You will start overthinking it, and then you will cook up an argument from nothing, literally your imagination alone, and you will ask him what is wrong with you, and he will say nothing, and it's literally nothing. We men are like that sometimes. And so, but great example of imagination, just because of your perception. There was nothing there, but you imagined it, and then you created an argument, and possibly a fight may begin, possibly. Right? Now this is again not to shame, please don't take it the wrong way, right? We all do these things, and my channel is about awareness. It's not about lecturing on morality or stuff like that. So please don't take it that way. What I'm trying to do is I'm bringing light to awareness of imagination. We literally do it when we wake up the first thing in the morning, right? And when we go to sleep. And we do it for unlovely things so professionally, like it's unreal, right? We are so good at imagining the worst case scenario, and fights and arguments and bills and all the garbage, the low class garbage. And when it comes to first class imagination, we have a stroke all of a sudden. I get questioned like, how do I imagine it? But how do I do it? Well, the thing is, just become natural at imagining for good things just like you do the evil things, right? Reverse engineer it. How do you get into the mood of imagining something evil? You make an assumption that it might be true or it is true. You either associate past with it, like this boss has always been evil with me, so he's probably gonna be evil with me, so I will probably have an argument. So, but it's not true, right? You don't know that, but you assume it. And then you get into the mood of the argument and you get into the feeling, and then you add on thoughts and you build, you have a rampage of that state of being, and it flows within you. So do that for good things, right? Assume that good things come to you. Assume that you experience people as first class, you experience jobs first class, you experience money first class levels, first class everything, right? First class self-image. Just assume that and then start building upon it. Say that everything comes to me is first class. People are nice to me. I get good jobs. I have lavish, steady, dependable income. My SP loves me, the way I want them, like first class love, great love, not breadcrumbs. And I get great commitment because I am first class. So everything operates that way in my reality. And build upon it and talk about it. And you will see how drastically your life will change. So the great secret, or the big reveal is not a big reveal, but everybody can testify in the comments that they forget about it. They imagine unlovely things all the time without even thinking about it. So now I have given you a new perspective and awareness, and I have shown you what you do and what I do, and now you can change it. And that was the point of this video. So this is it for this video. Until next time, bye bye.